Hello, my magical friends. Welcome back to another video. I know I'm very late, but to celebrate that Kingdom Hearts can now legally consume alcohol in the US, but let's be honest, we'll probably still get carded, I'm going to rate every single song on the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix OST. I listened to each song multiple times, so these are my definitive ratings, but I do have a few disclaimers. Some of these ratings are exaggerated and aren't meant to be taken seriously. And also remember that these are my opinions. I'm no music expert. I do not have a degree in music theory. I was in an orchestra for like 3 years of my life and I wasn't that good. I just like video game music and I wanted to do this for funsies. If you only want to know how I feel about specific songs, feel free to use the timestamps I so generously provided in the description. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Dearly Beloved, 8 out of 10. Iconic, but not my favorite version. Simple and Clean, Kingdom Orchestra Instrumental Version, 10 out of 10. The orchestra version of a song always hits different. Dive into the Heart to Stati, 8 out of 10. I can feel those timpani drums in my soul. Destiny Island, 6.8 out of 10. I wonder if the gang had to explain to Sora's mom that her son is like dead. Bussin' Up on the Beach, 6.9 out of 10. Mickey Mouse March, 5 out of 10. I was today years old when I found out that this was not an original Kingdom Hearts song. Treasured Memories, 7.2 out of 10. Strange Whispers, 7 out of 10. I just think about Unicross when I hear this. Kairi 1, 7.5 out of 10. I didn't even know there was a Kairi 2. It began with a letter, 7.2 out of 10. And it ended with trauma. A Walk in a Dante, 7.2 out of 10. How fast is walking in a Dante? Is it like a speed walk? Night of Fate, 9.5 out of 10. Gave me anxiety as a kid. Actually, no, it still gives me anxiety. Destiny's Force, 7.8 out of 10. Where is this? 6 out of 10. Traverse Town, 7.9 out of 10. Iconic, but not my fave world theme. The Heartless Has Come, 7.7 out of 10. The score is only this high because of the second half of the song. Shrouding Dark Cloud, 8.4 out of 10. This theme fills me with rage because of Trickmaster. It's still good though. Blast Away Gummy Ship 1, 4 out of 10. Get this out of my ear right now. Trixie Clock, 7.5 out of 10. Welcome to Wonderland, 7.9 out of 10. This song reminds me of motion sickness. To Our Surprise, 8.9 out of 10. This goes kinda hard. Turning the Key, 3 out of 10. Some of the short songs I can't really rate. Olympus Coliseum, 1 out of 10. I think we're all tired of hearing this one. If you aren't tired of it, good for you. Road to a Hero, 7.5 out of 10. I was going to rate this not much higher than the last one, but then I really listened to it. Still tired though. Go For It, 7.5 out of 10. This will never not remind me of Pokemon. No Time to Think, 7.5 out of 10. Don't remember this one at all, but I like it. Deep Jungle, -5 out of 10. Reminds me of my struggle with the vines just to find out that there's a way to avoid them completely. Having a Wild Time, 7.3 out of 10. Holy Bananas, 8.1 out of 10. Surprisingly catchy when listening to this by itself. Screaming Evil, 8.4 out of 10. Hand in Hand, 7.3 out of 10. I get that it's iconic, but like, Kairi 2, 7.5 out of 10. Oh shit, this is the second Kairi theme. Now I have to go back and listen to the first one. Edit, it's basically the same. Merlin's Magical House, 8 out of 10. Winnie the Pooh, 8 out of 10. The strings really elevate this song. Bouncerama, 6 out of 10. I hate the Pooh Swing minigame. All my homies hate the Pooh Swing minigame. Just an itty bitty too much, 6.8 out of 10. I heard the first few seconds and I was not expecting this. Once Upon a Time, 3 out of 10. I mean, it's like 20 seconds long. Shipmeister's Humoresque, 7.7 out of 10. Precious Stars in the Sky, 6.5 out of 10. Literally any Gummy Ship related music makes me want to plug my ears. But yes, I will still hum it. Blast Away Gummy Ship 2, 7 out of 10. I wanted to rate this song low so bad, but now I'm feeling guilty. A Day in Agrabah, 7.6 out of 10. I'd rather hear this one more time in Kingdom Hearts than Olympus Coliseum. So yeah. Arabian Dream, 8.9 out of 10. I actually like this a lot more than I thought I did. Villains of a Sort, 6 out of 10. A Very Small Wish, 7.9 out of 10. Monstrous Monstro, 10 out of 10. The best song in the OST. You can fight me, but please don't because I won't win. Friends in My Heart, 7.5 out of 10. Under the Sea, 8 out of 10. This literally can't be lower than an 8. An Adventure in Atlantica, 7.3 out of 10. Piece of Peace, 7.5 out of 10. Aw, this sounds cute. An Intense Situation, 7.1 out of 10. It certainly feels intense. The Deep End, 9.6 out of 10. To be honest, I don't know if this song should be rated this high. This is Halloween, 8.3 out of 10. You know, I've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas in its entirety. Spooks of Halloween Town, 8.7 out of 10. Oopsie Daisy, 20 out of 10. Didn't know this existed until I started watching regular Pat. Captain Hook's Pirate Ship, 7 out of 10. Pirate Jig, 9.4 out of 10. If you don't know what a jig is, it's a lively piece of music in the style of a dance, typically of the Renaissance or Baroque period and usually in compound time. Whatever that means. Neverland Sky, 8 out of 10. Carrie 3, 7.6 out of 10. Okay, Carrie, 3, that's a bit unfair. Blast Away Gummy Ship 3, 8 out of 10. Okay, I like one Gummy Ship song. Hollow Bastion, 9.5 out of 10. Ranking it any lower than a 9 would be blasphemy. Scherzo di Notte, 9 out of 10. Forza del Male, 10 out of 10. The beginning reminds me of Dracula. Hikari Instrumental Version, 7.8 out of 10. Miracle, 3 out of 10. One Winged Angel, 9.9 out of 10. I heard a live orchestra play this and it had me shaking in my boots. End of the World, 7 out of 10. Just a stati without the good parts. Fragments of Sorrow, 9.5 out of 10. A Night on the Bare Mountain, 8 out of 10. What movie is this from again? Guardando nel Bio, 9.5 out of 10. Just realized this is Dark Domination. Beyond the Door, 7.5 out of 10. Tell me why I listened to this for a second time and thought it was a whole different song. Always on My Mind, 8 out of 10. March Caprice, 8.5 out of 10. Sounds like a graduation song. Disappeared, 9.3 out of 10. I had no recollection of this song until I listened to the OST. Another Side, 9.2 out of 10. Hand in Hand, Reprise, 7.2 out of 10. Dearly Beloved, Reprise, 7.6 out of 10. Having a Wild Time, previous version, 7.3 out of 10. The better version, by like a margin. Distati, 8.2 out of 10. The best parts are too quiet. Order of the Castle, 0 out of 10, because why is this song on the OST but not Forgotten Challenge? Dearly Beloved Days version, 8.358 over 2 days out of 10. Can't believe I said that in one go. Fun fact, for a very, very long time, I didn't know there was a different version of Dearly Beloved for each game. Musique pour la tristesse de Chillon, 10 out of 10. This is just French for sadness. Edit, I just looked up a translation for tristesse, and it is in fact sadness. At Dusk I Will Think of You, 8 out of 10. Listening to this on a nature walk makes me feel like a soft main character. Vector to the Heavens, 10 out of 10. This song is a constant reminder that I didn't beat Days. Another Side, Battle version, 9.5 out of 10. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I have rated every single song on the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix OST. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye!